Racer on it as expected. The update took a little bit of a while, but we are here and we are in Russia for round 15 of this incredible Elite IRC Championship. We're in the middle of qualifying one. I'm just going to send all the links out for this and then we're going to get into it. Why have I got no sound coming up my TV? No idea. Let me just stream this live to everywhere and then we will go. I'll give you a rundown of the championship. There we go. Let's post this out and about, shall we? Let's get some viewers. I don't know why there's no sound. I don't know if anyone can help me with that. But here we are. We are in Russia for round 15 of the championship. Yes, round 15. It should have been last week, but the absolute chaos in Singapore that unfolded last week. Unfortunately, that race will be run next week. A rerun of Singapore round now 16 is next week, and this week's is round 15. It's a slight reprieve for Dineen, who of course was missing last week, and he is back today, so he will get a second chance. And of course the championship is incredibly close, which I will run for you right now. So good evening to everybody viewing. This is qualifying one. If anyone knows why TV is not coming out, my sound is not coming out my TV, please let me know how I can fix this. I have no idea. Alright, let me send this to the Facebook group and then we will go. So, wherever you're watching from around Europe, welcome. As you can see, Jacob is already at the top of the timesheets in Q1. We're slightly later joining. As I said before, there's a slight update for me to do, which took forever. But we are live now. Sadly, no Sean. Sean is sat on the M5 somewhere in the southwest. Unfortunately, it's been shut all day. He's been stuck in the traffic. So, you've just got me, Dave Shaw. So, and apologies, I have no sound from the game coming out my telly. If anybody knows how to sort this out, please let me know. So, we're on board with a man second in the championship, Dutchman Jamie 1. Currently 7th. He's on the harder tyres. Looks like he's going to do some long runs here at the moment, as you can see. So I'm just tweeting the link everywhere at the moment. There we go. So we've got Jacob at the top of the timesheets, followed by Flying Soz, Dineen, Lucas back. It's TG, the reserve driver. Lennon also reserve driver in the Red Bull. As you can see, some of the regulars missing today. We have missing Nolsey. He should be back next week. He's on holiday. TGG Navy is out in the Red Bull. Hilsrap and Ozone were two late dropouts, sadly. But we do have XTG in the Haas, Lennon in the Red Bull. We've also got JR in the Mercedes and Stam in the Renault. Hopefully Jacob is still the timesheets. Now Jacob's had problems with connections. We've got to keep an eye on Jacob. A very fast driver, and I hope his connection is now sorted because it needs to be. But anyway, let's get down to the championship. What a championship. 14 rounds in, the top three are separated by just 6 points. Vanquish currently out on track. There is the man in the Ferrari, leads the championship, the Dutchman, with 166 points. As he does a 136, 158 and jumps into 8th, but he is 5 points ahead of the Irishman Dineen. Dineen, by the way, a driver who was quite a way adrift about 4 or 5 rounds ago, and has now got himself with a couple of wins, 5 points of Vanquish in the championship lead. Jamie, the Dutchman, is third in the championship, 160 points, just 6 points behind Vanquish in the championship. Hilsrap fourth in the championship, 77. He is missing today, so I have no doubt that he will probably lose that 4th place in the championship. Crazy Power Jacob might take that. Blaz as well, also sadly missing tonight, being replaced in the Toro Rosso. Blaz as well, a late absentee. Sorry guys, a little bit flustered, a little bit late to the show, so 8.5 minutes to go. If anyone knows how to fix why there's no sound coming out the TV or the audio, then let me know, because I'm not sure how to fix it right now. But yellow flags up next to is Vanquish is about to complete the lap. T. Morales down there 11th place as well in the Williams. There is T Sammy. Yellow flags waving. JYL's gone up to 6th place. One of the many Greek drivers out there. Number 69, cutting the curbs, trying to get back into the pits in time. But as you can see, it's Jacob from Flying Sauce and Coandy. Coandy in the Racing Point, replacing Ozone today, has put himself third, the 2-time IRC champion. Coandy, may I add. Oh, where are my manners? 2-time IRC champion. In fact, the first 2 seasons in IRC, Andy was champion. As Dan Murphy, another fellow Super League driver, ex-Super League driver, puts himself in 6th place in Haas. So times are now starting to fly in. There goes Slimbo up into 8th place, another former IRC Super League champion. Crazy Power. Let's have a look at Crazy Power, the Italian, in the slightly different helmet. I don't recognise that helmet from Crazy Power. Has he changed his helmet there? DRS wide open for the Italian. BP just behind him. Crazy Power and BP somehow always end up on the same part of the track in qualifying. They must synchronise this. I know they're 2 close friends, but Crazy Power, who's 5th in the championship. Crazy Power had an absolutely fantastic start in the championship. Really was a championship contender in the first quarter. Sadly, this middle stint of the season hasn't been too kind to Crazy Power. Let's see if he can bounce back with a podium here in Russia. BP behind him, the Dutchman in the McLaren, up into 13th for the championship. And a complete contrast to Crazy Power as BP in the McLaren. A very slow start for BP, but he has picked it up massively. He's on 51 points, 13th in the championship. I'll tell you how close it is. He is only 4 points off 10th place Lucas. He's only 7 points off Flying Sauce and Ape. So a good result today could see him flying the top 10 in the championship. So keep an eye on BP, who's starting to hit a good bit of form. But who are we on the verge of losing? Crazy Power. Complete sector 1 with a 33.2 as time still beginners. Look at that. Slimbo, Vanquisher put themselves to the top of the timesheets as well. And 4th and 5th. Lucas 6th. Deneen there in 7th. Should be safe for 32.3. Let's go to the leader. Look how nice and close the times are. The top 8 separated by just half a second at the moment. Stam's got himself in the 9th place there. JYR 10th. Could be under threat. It's TG and then we'll have to go again. And so the pressure, remember that we lose the bottom 3 in this session. As it stands, it's BP, Roccatoni and Maxi. Maxi, another driver who started the season so well and just hasn't scored many points since. Hopefully he can bounce back. He's had quite a few DNFs as Maxi, but hopefully. In fact, he's just got the 3 points. I thought he had a lot more than that, but just the 3 points. Maxi's Crazy Power is now about to finish a lap. That's right on board with the Italian. Has puts himself into 3rd place. That's a good lap for Crazy Power. Where's BP going to go on board? And he goes 5th. And look again how close the times are right now. Super, super close. Let's have a look down the back. So, Cesar Morales in the danger zone now. He will be out as it stands. Jamie, the championship contender there in 4th place. He's at the threat right now. 15th. Is he on an out lap? Well, he's starting 1 now. Let's ride on board with the man 2nd place in the championship and just to 5 points off the championship lead. Jamie in a little bit of pressure here. We'll keep an eye out for Tisa Morales, who's still in the pits. Roccatoni out there, Maxi's out there as well. The times are super, super close so far. I was exactly what we expect from the elite. Top 9 separated by just 0.4 of a second right now. This is insanely close. What can the Dutchman Jamie do here? Better pressure for the Dutchman. Gets this wrong, and will he have and he ran wide there, and will that be invalidated? It's so easy to invalidate a lap round here. If he gets this wrong, as it doesn't look good for Jamie, as who's just moved up there, it looks like Maxi the 12th, and look at that, the top 13 separated by 1 second. And the pressure is on T. Sammy Roccatoni, and as it stands, Jamie, one of the championship contenders, is in the drop zone and heading out of Q1. This would be a massive shock right now. This would be huge for Jamie. Down to the top of the DRS zone. He's 2.5 seconds off. Is he backing off and going again? Has he got time? Will he abandon this lap and come in the pits and then quickly go out again? This is extreme pressure for the Mercedes driver. Is he going to pit? He is. Then has he got time to go again? 3 minutes of session to go. The Red Bull of... It's not Lennon, so it's Rockatoni on board with the Irishman. Can he get himself out? Deneen, his fellow Irishman, at the moment, currently up there in 9th place. Looks like Rockatoni is about to start. In fact, he's on a flying lap now. He's out of hers early lap as well, so he has drained his hers. Nothing left for the final sector. What can Rockatoni do? He jumps up into 17th. It's not good enough. And has he got the hers to go again? Rockatoni in the danger zone and could be out of qualifying here. JYO's out there again. It's TG is out there as well. T Sammy still in the pits. As is Jamie. 2.5 minutes to go. It's crunch time now. It's TG. There is the man, the Haas, who's been a little bit unlucky not to finish a few races. He's had a horrid time of late being a reserve driver. 4 points for It's TG. Same points as Lennon, just ahead of Maxi. Just behind New Life, who's not here this week. So he'd be desperate for some points and try and lift him up the championship. It's just a flying lap. Looks like a flying lap from TG at the moment. They use so much airs around this lap. It's a pretty quick track. 131s. 2 big long straights. As STG completely misses the apex there. He's kept hold of his airs. He's managed his airs pretty well on this lap though. Unlike Rockatoni, he's got plenty of airs to get around. Where's he going to put It's TG? Well, he improves his time, but he stays 14th. And look at that, the top 14 are separated by 1 second. It is insanely close right now. Lucas and Vanquish are going out again. They don't feel safe right now. It's that close. Nobody feels safe. And in fact, TG could be under threat. He is not safe. Tisa Morales is done. He is out. He will start 18th and last. Stam feels confident. They're in 11th. I wouldn't. Rockatoni could still improve it. Deneen goes up into 3rd place. The man second in the championship. Just 5 points off Vanquish. Puts himself into 3rd. These times are insanely close right now. Rockatoni is done. He is out. So we've lost the Irishman Rockatoni. We've lost the Greek driver Tisa Morales. Who will be the last one we lose? Will it be Jamie? Will it be Lennon? Or will it be It's TG? On board with the man. 3rd in the championship at the moment. 6 points off the championship lead. Lennon currently on 4 points. He's come to the league late. But he can be rapidly quick on his day as well. Big lap coming up here for Jamie. On board with the Dutchman. The guys like Stam and Maxi all feeling confident. They are done. They are through. Big exit here. Get on the power early and go. Open the DRS. There's cars in front of him that have retired. They shouldn't get in his way. That's Maxi in the Sauber. As down comes Jimmy Mercedes. He has to get this absolutely spot on into the first chicane. A quick left, right, then on the power. This should be flat out. It's a long left-hander. What's the time going to be for sector 1? Then you slam on the brakes. Wide entry. Lovely from Jamie. Good apex as well. This is a masterclass lap so far. It looks quick. This is where he messed up on the last lap. This can be blinded in the cockpit view. 37 just missed the walls here on the left-hand side. Now another wide entry. Tight exit. This looks good for Jamie so far. This has to be good for Jamie. Don't cut too much of that curve. You'll invalidate your time. And again, running slightly wide. Lovely wide entry again. A lot of curb taken on the inside. Now Jamie comes down a long DRS straight. A slight overtaking zone if he can get it right. DRS not open. Has Jamie abandoned his lap? He's not opening the DRS. Well, why didn't he open his DRS there? Is Jamie is this a banker lap? In fact, he's dropped all his airs down. And Jamie, I think, he's dropped his airs down. Is he struggling? Is Jamie out here? What is going on for the championship contender? Gets back on the gas. He's out of airs and he's out. He's pitting. Unbelievable scenes here in Russia. The championship contender, just 6 points off the championship lead in 3rd place, is out of qualifying. That is a huge shock for the start of Q1 as Lennon fires himself to the top of the timesheets. Wow, where did that come from? Some track evolution there. Great lap there by Lennon. Rockatoni is also out. It's TG, who was only a second off the top, has just managed to scrape through. What an insanely close qualifying. And we're going to have to keep an eye out on Jamie. That is going to be insane. So, what a Q1. I was not expecting an action-packed Q1, but we had it here. Don't forget, this is round 15 of the championship. Last week's Singapore race will be rerun next week and will now be round 16. Same qualifying positions. Whoever didn't race in that and can race next week will be starting at the back, and it will be the same weather conditions, light rain throughout the race. But what a Q1 there. Nice shot on board Vanquish, P5. And there you go, Lennon at the very end there got himself top of the timesheets. Every single race we seem to have a little bit of a shock runner who bolts to the top. Of course, Deneen and Vanquish and usually Jamie are the usual front runners, but this field is so close and so competitive. It is not.
Game chat.
It is not unlike. Eh?
You're in game chat.
I'm in game chat.
Yeah.
So I'm not. Oh, I need my own party, don't I?
Yeah.
So I've been commentating and no one's been listening. Well, folks, if you can... Oh, now we have commentary. How embarrassing. Just giving it my absolute everything in Q1, all for nothing. How embarrassing. Well, oh my God. Okay, so let's start again. So welcome to Russia. This is round 15 of the championship because last week's Singapore race will be rerun next week and will be round 16. It'll be the same grid positions. Those who couldn't race last week, who can race Singapore next week, will start from the back of the grid. It will be the same weather conditions as what they had, light rain throughout the race. This is now round 15. And I was saying commentary earlier on, and now I know I was talking to myself. Jamie, the championship contender, third in the championship, just what, 5 points off the championship lead, is out in Q1. But what an insanely close qualifying Q1 was. Top 15 separate by just a second. It's TG with only a second off the pace, and he was 15th and just scraped through. So now we have commentary, now I have sounds. That makes every bit of sense why I had no sound. And this is Q2, we've already got action on the track. So I'm going to check the comments in a minute. I'm just going to post a link onto Twitter. Alright, so the championship, I'll have to redo all this again now. So, the championship, the Elite League, round 15, Vanquish leads the championship by just 5 points from Irishman Deneen. Deneen out there at the moment in the Williams. Then 1 point behind him, 6 points off the championship lead, is Jamie the Dutchman, who is out in Q1. What a shock. Fourth place Hilsrap is not here today, unfortunately. He's on 77 points adrift. Crazy Power has a great chance to take fourth in the championship with any sort of point scoring result today in fifth. Jacob, who seems to be going okay so far, no glitching issues so far. Oh, they say that Vanquish has left the session. I've spoke too soon. Hopefully Vanquish can rejoin. That is after all the drama and chaos of Singapore last week, this is what we don't want as we ride on board with BP. The Dutchman, who had a horrible start to the season, did PP. Finally picking up some good form, 51 points, 13th in the championship. He is only 6 points off 8th place Flying Soz. So a good result for BP could see him fly into the top 10. So let's get some times up. So what a sloppy week last week in Singapore and a sloppy start today. But Now we're off. Now we're off and running. Let's hope that Vanquish can rejoin. Wow, we've lost Jamie in Q1, a championship contender, and now Vanquish, the championship leader, can hopefully rejoin the session. Wow, it's all playing out beautifully for Deneen, isn't it? So let's check the YouTube comments. Let's see where. Welcome to everyone watching all over Europe as ever. Great to have you along. As I said, sorry for Q1. I was commentating away and nobody was listening. But we've got you all now. So, good evening to everybody. We can hear you. I could hear you through Q1. I can hear you. Q1 commentary was okay. Or maybe it was okay. Well, that's completely confusing. But we now have sound. So, on board with BP as he comes down to the bottom of the DRS sector, coming into Sector 3. So, shout out in the comments to Lee Gilchrist. Hello, Lee. Harry. And the Greek guys whose names I really struggle with. It's great to have you along. Let's have your tips for pole position. Who's going to be on pole today? This could be anybody. Times in Q1 were so close. As BP jumps on top of the timing sheets, just a tenth ahead of Slim. Great time there from BP. Lovely stuff. Maxi's still in the pits. So here comes one of the reserves. It's Flying Sauce in the other McLaren. Miles in front on the softer tyres, of course. Of course, the top 10, whatever tyres they qualify on, will start the race on those tyres. And Flying Sauce gambling. In fact, Jay Will on a good lap here as well. Hits the apex from slightly wide. This is such a tricky corner and completely missed the apex. And the camber takes him over the curb. Such a tricky corner to get right. And again, off camber here as well. This last sector is so fiddly. As Jay Will just fighting the car there. Did he abandon it? No. He's got completely out of control as he comes into the final two sectors. Corners again. Slightly over the curbs. Put the foot down and Jay Will goes second, but a second adrift of Flying Swords on the same compound of soft tyres. It's going to be more than that. Where is everybody? Not many cars out on track at the moment. Here comes Jacob. Now where does Jacob put himself? Looks like he invalidated his first lap. He's on the hard tyre. That's a gamble. That is a massive gamble. Jacob, one of the fastest esport racers in the world. This guy is top of the time trial timesheets in the majority of the tracks. If he can just finish the races and stop getting himself into trouble in the races, he would easily be a championship contender. With a quarter of the season still to go, as it looks like in fact he's completely abandoned this lap as well. Had a few connection issues in the past. His connection issues caused complete chaos in Singapore, but by the look of it, these are not connection issues. These are just not being able to stick to the racing limit. So let's go on board with Andy Coe, two-time IRC champion, season 1 and 2 in the Super League. Now in the Elite League, today in the Racing Point, taking over from the Welshman Ozone. And it looks like he's on, in fact, looks like he's abandoned his lap as well. So a few drivers struggling at the moment to get a lap in. Let's go on board with Stam then. Stam, another Greek driver, is he on an outlap? This looks pretty quick as he's coming in. Vanquish has joined, championship leader. Vanquish has rejoined. What a relief. Wow, to have two championship contenders on the back of the field, that would be quite something. So, as Vanquish said, he was struggling with, yeah, it's this good old no sound coming out the car glitch that some of the drivers have been experiencing. Good old Codemasters, eh? So the mediums, some drivers complain about the medium tyres have been so slow. They are. The medium tyres, as you can see, BP is 1.7 seconds off the leaders, and this may force some of the drivers' hands. I reckon some of these drivers, in fact the majority of these drivers, are going to have to go out on the soft tyres to get through to Q3, and that's a rarity. Usually these Elite League drivers can get away with qualifying on the medium tyres. On board with Stam, who another day, on his day, can be so quick and can be a front runner. No points yet for Stam. Hasn't done too many races at the moment. Here we go, final two corners for Stam. Last corner now, get on the gas so you can, and it's 20 seconds adrift. Okay, we're not having much luck here. 7 minutes to go, and we're going to get a lot of drama because we've only got 4 competitive times right now. Okay, where's Lucas? Let's see if Lucas can save the show here. 11th place, no time set yet. He's in the soft tyres, so is Crazy Power, is still in the pits. Maxi's out there on soft tyres, so is Deneen. What an opportunity for Deneen with Jamie having to start down in 16th. What a chance of Vanquish and Deneen to really push their championship leads and make it a two-horse fight at the front. Flying Soz at the moment has a commanding 1 second gap to Jayor, BP and Slimbo and Stam and the drift, and Lucas puts himself into second place, 2 attempts away as the Williams crossing the line as well. And that was Deneen starting his fire. So big lap here for Deneen, 6 minutes to go. He's in the soft tyres and now more. Oh, he's going to have traffic here. He will clear down Murphy in the Haas. It looks like the other Haas is there ahead of him. It's TG, his Greek teammate. Dan Murphy's Greek teammate. And in fact, it's Jacob in the Renault. Jacob gets well out the way as Deneen hooks the apex. And slightly hesitant there on the exit. Good to see drivers getting out the way. 5.5, just over 5.5 minutes to go in qualifying. Only 6 competitive times as Coandy. Now then, Coandy puts himself third, just under a second adrift on the medium tyres. Will that be enough? That's the big question as we ride on board with the Irishman at the moment, who has really come of form. Oh, apparently you guys could still hear me. Well, it's just adds to the confusion from Q1. Alright, maybe I wasn't talking to myself then. Down the DRS. This is an overtaking move down here, but you've got to be ballsy. Yellow flags out. This track has plenty of runoff. I don't foresee too many retirements today. There's so much runoff, but it does provide some fantastic wheel-to-wheel action. And TG! I say you can't go off. It's TG, aka Mr. Torpedo, has found a way to spin off. Thankfully, he is saved by the runoff area. Thankfully did not impede Deneen, who goes just second, 500ths of a second. This is more like it, 4 minutes to go. Deneen puts himself in second. Where's championship leader Vanquish? Vanquish out there on the medium tyres. Well, that's interesting. Vanquish wanting to go on the medium tyres then. Gamble, it's a big gamble because look, Stam is out there and he's 6th, he's miles adrift. BP back out there on the soft tyres. Isn't it amazing? We actually could have the majority of the top 10 on the softed tyres. Vanquish, who is an absolute joy to watch, championship leader and championship leader for a reason. At the moment, Vanquish has sound back. That's good news. There's nothing worse than driving around with no sound. You really do rely on the sound of your car more than you think. So top 9. So Stam's improved to 1.6. He will surely pit and go again on the softs. We're about to see a fire of action. Can Jacob get in on the medium tyres? Dan Murphy's also gambled with the medium tyres. That's interesting. It's TG back in the pits after his spin. Maxi, who is still an outlap. He seems to be the world's slowest outlap. Vanquish, the championship leader, now finishing his lap. He's committed to this lap on the mediums. Where's it going to put him? Will it get him in contention in top 10? Round the final corner he goes, and it's only 6th, and it's only, what, it's 1.3 off the lead. Is that going to be enough? If everybody else goes into softs, there's such a massive gap between the softs and the mediums. He could find himself in trouble. He may have to go on the soft tyres. Slim now out there on the soft tyres. Let's have a look at the Italian Crazy Power. What a chance for him to go 4th in the championship with any sort of point scoring finish today, because Hilsarap is missing. BP, no, in fact, someone just improved. It was Jacob. Now, Jacob's just ahead of Vanquish for 6th place in the mediums. But again, that might not be enough. That may not be enough. Coandy may, in fact, be the man. Although, if you're the only man on medium, starting with soft runners around you, do you really want to do that? Crazy Power goes 3rd, just a 10th off. So there's a great time there from Crazy Power. We got cars flying up the pits on board with Lennon. Who, my word, this man needs a bit of luck. Always seems to find himself on the wrong side of luck. Always seems to find himself in other people's incidents. What can he do? He can you'll usually see him at the front end. This is not good news for Vanquish, or for Deneen, or for James. Lennon flies to the top of the timesheet, and the top 3 are separated by less than a 10th of a second right now. Wow. This is insanely close. And so the top 5 separated by 0.2 of a second. Insanely close. Maxi out there now on a flying lap. BP is back out on the softs. What are Vanquish and Jacob going to do? This is really bad news. The times are super close, and we've got drivers up here at the front who we haven't seen at the front in a long time. Flying Soz. Hungry. He had an amazing... And Vanquish is out! Has he binned it, or has he just given up the ghost? No, he's just got back in the pits. The championship leader will more than likely be starting outside, and by Stam ain't going to make, in fact that Renault, Stam is not going to get round in time, but the championship leader is not going to start in the top 10. We've lost Vanquish. We're going to lose Jamie. The championship man in third place, Jamie, is outside the top 15. Vanquish is going to start in the top 10. Deneen, second in the championship, just 5 points off Vanquish, could well find himself with a big advantage. Jacob's done. They're not safe. Another quick runner. Jacob could be finding himself down the back here. Dan Murphy going again on the mediums. 50 seconds to go. The scramble for the top 10 is going to be super close here. Stam, BP, Dan Murphy, Slimbo's on the cusp of going out. That would be a shock. He's got so much traffic. He's passed the Renault of Stam, who will not get round in time. So Stam will definitely be out, surely. Co-Andy's back out there as well. JR's back out there. 25 seconds to go. These guys are racing to cross the line to do a flying lap. Have Jacob and Vanquish got away with it? The times are going to start flying in. Where's its TG? Here he comes now. He's done he's in at 132.6. He's 6th. He's through. And Vanquish is 10th. Stam's not going to get round in time. Or is he? Is he? He did! He made it by a 1/10 of a second! Stam will get a chance! Vanquish is out of qualifying because Slimbo goes up to 6th place! What can BP do? He's got a lovely clear track right now. Dan Murphy will not get a chance! 14th and out for Dan Murphy! What a shame in the Haas! He looked quick as well! Medium tyres, we're not waiting, but he didn't settle up, nor did Maxi. Maxi is done. So, it's down to Stam, who just got round in time, and BP. Vanquish, the championship leader, will start outside the top 10, as will Jamie, who's third in the championship. In the championship half, will Jacob be outside the top 10? Will JR survive? Andy didn't do a lap. Andy there, so JR could be in trouble. If Stam and BP improve, JR will also find himself out of qualifying right now, which in itself would be a shock. Lennon, Flying Soz, Deneen, separated by less than a 10th of a second at the front. Incredibly close. It's TG did a fantastic lap as well. Track Evolution really kicking in. But where is BP? 5th place of BP, 2 tenths off the fastest time. Jacob is out. JR goes quickest. Wow, look at these times. 1/10 between the top 4, 3 tenths between the top 8. What can Stam do? Can Stam get up there? Jacob is out. Is Co-Andy on the verge of going out here? Andy did his time on the medium, so he can start the mediums if Stam does not improve. And Stam is in. He's done it in the Renault. And Co-Andy did not go over the line in time, and he is out. Wow. There are some big drivers and some big shocks in this qualifying. Andy risked it, and Andy is out. Wow, what a qualifying. What a qualifying session we are having. And the times are so close. Look, that is insane. Who's going to get pole position here? We've got 5 Greeks in the top 10. All 5 Greeks in the top 10. That's maybe the first time that's happened. Don't hold me to that. Sean is a stat man, and sadly Sean didn't make it, by the way. He's stuck on the M5. No, so yeah, it is me, by the way. It's not Sean. But wow, that is, I cannot call this qualifying. But what a chance for the Irishman Deneen. His 2 championship contenders out. And guys, I don't know about you guys watching on YouTube at the moment. Get your comments in. Who is going to be on pole position? 12 minutes. Usually going to see 2 flying laps from each driver. This is going to be an absolutely thrilling 12 minutes. This could be one of the most exciting qualifying sessions we've had of the season so far. Nobody. Who wants the airtime? Come on, boys. Get yourself out there. Who wants the coverage? The Slim first man out. big queue. All right, we waited so long. We've got a big queue. It looks like Deneen, the Irishman, is the first man out there. He'll get the clear track, followed by Slim, followed by one of the McLarens there. Looks like Flying Stars and Lucas in the background in the Toro Rosso. Well, I did not expect this sort of close qualifying. Nothing between anybody right now. So let's have a lap on board with the man second in the championship. 5 points off the championship lead, Deneen. On his out lap. Half the field out there. Jayor also out there. Lennon, Stam and It's TG, who are probably on their last set of fresh soft tyres, may just do the one lap. So Andy said he risked it in qualifying. Yeah, that did not work. So guys, get your qualifying predictions in. Who is going to be pole position in this insanely close qualifying session? Steffo for pole, Lennon, Harry's going. I could see it. He's got to have the one run, I reckon, but that has every chance. Lennon will be the first man to cross the line. Lovely onboard shots there. Slim has dropped back a bit. This has been quite a quick outlap here from Deneen. And if the Super League drivers are watching, they're going to learn a lot from this qualifying session, because clearly the softer tyres are a lot quicker than the medium by a long way. The gap is huge. Some inside. There you go, boys. Inside information there. Here we go. Q3. This is it. The top 10 to be decided. And if this could go down to the last car crossing the line and qualifying, everybody now out on track. We've got a busy track out there. BP, It's TG, Lennon and Stam all out there now. So here comes Deneen through sector 1. Does take well, Deneen hasn't got the front either. So Deneen, Vanquish and Jamie, the other two championship contenders, may get away with the fact that Deneen hasn't been at the sharp end yet, though he was third. But the field been so close together and so competitive. I tell you what, that scramble down to turn 1 at the start, that first lap could be absolutely insane if this qualifying is anything to go by. Deneen now into the second DRS zone, down the long back straight. Cuts inside. You want to be careful. You hit too much of that blue inside curbing. That can invalidate your time as well. On board with Deneen, going through this very tricky off camber, left and right. We've got to watch that curve as well. That can wash away the front. Into such a fiddly, tricky last sector. Deneen, I'll tell you what, he manages his ERS so well. So many drivers run out of ERS towards the end of their lap as, oh well, Deneen's just done that now. That's the commentator's curse. But what's Deneen done here? It's going to be in the 130s, the 31s. It's a 31.7 from Deneen. Hello, that's a straight away a good time. Can Slimbo respond at all? He's 8 tenths adrift. What about Flying Stars? There's also a Toro Rosso about to cross the line. Invalidated for the Toro Rosso. Flying Stars takes up the bollard and also invalidated his time. He's going to have to go again. What about Crazy Power? Crazy Power jumps into second place. 2 tenths off. What about... It's another invalidated time. On board of It's TG, who's just going around doing his flying lap now. So, Lucas invalidated his time, so did Flying Stars, so the pressure's on them. It's so easy to invalidate your laps around here. Now the flags in sector 1, that'll be for drivers, I imagine, it them through, but a Jayor goes into second place there. Just a 10th off Deneen. It looked a fantastic lap. And the man second place in the championship, 5 points off Vanquish, is currently on provisional pole position, but I have no doubt. And of course, these guys, I imagine Slimbo and Crazy Power and possibly Deneen, maybe on a used set of soft tyres. I wonder if I can find that out. Usually they will go, it says 1 lap, maybe they're not. Usually these guys like to run a set of scrubbed soft tyres before then using their final good set to finish it off. But here comes It's TG over the line and also invalidated. These drivers are struggling to get laps in right now. He's going to have to go again. What about Stam? Where are we with Stam? This is at the front. So these drivers are struggling to need the first man back to the pit. So just 5 competitive laps out there at the moment. Flying Swords and BP, Lucas have all invalidated their laps. Pressure's on them, both McLarens. Flying Stars could be on the verge of his first ever pole position if he can get a good lap going here. Oh, a lot of pressure on Flying Soz. It'd be great to see a new pole sitter. I think we're going to get a new pole sitter. And tell you what, Deneen, although a championship contender, has not had too many poles. Jacob, who is out in Q2, is the man who has dominated the qualifying pole positions this season. So BP in. We're now going to get a slight lull. Lennon puts himself into fourth. Sorry, Lennon, I've missed you there. Puts himself into fourth place, but still 4 tenths off Deneen. So let's go to It's TG, who is nearly out of hers. So will he abandon this lap and go for one final run at the end? We're going to get a bit of a lull now as the drivers will regroup for their final flying laps. What about Stam? Stam as well. In fact, Stam has pitted. I imagine It's TG will do the same. But will he go on? The thing is, he risks then not being able to, as he locks up and snatches a break as he comes in. He's not pitting. He wants to complete this time. Still running out, and it's 6th place, 1.3 off the front. And now we will get a slight lull as Flying Soz is out of hers, and I imagine it is coming into the pits as well. In fact, looks like that. But yeah, so a slight lull then before the drivers start their final flying laps and a chance for pole position. This top 10 is no way. I have no doubt that will not be the final order. It could be, like I said, last man over the line. Russia is not renowned for its really, really close races, so this is a little bit of a shock, and a nice and a good one at that. So who's going to be the first man out the pits? Who wants that? Who wants that coverage? Slimbo saying that he lost 8 tenths per second in the final sector alone. So Slimbo reckons he's got a lot more speed to come as well. So everybody now in the pits, except TG. So let's give It's TG a little bit of coverage. Hasn't been in the top 10 too much actually in qualifying. A rare top 10 appearance for It's TG. TG, I don't know what TG stands for. Torpedo Greek. I would hesitate. A good guess that TG means Torpedo Greek. Leaving the car, so Deneen has gone early. Okay, so the Irishman has gone out early for a bit of clear track. Can he improve his time? The Irishman at the moment heading up a train of the Greek, Italians, British and Dutch. Lovely mix of nationalities in the top 10. Few drivers missing. Blaz missing, the Slovenian, sadly out today. The Welshman Ozone also out. Not racing today. Thankfully, we have a great core of drivers and backup drivers. Slimbo back out there as well. He said he lost 8 tenths of a second in his last sector alone. So can he find that 8 tenths of a second? Can he put himself in the front row or even pole? Look at the rubber. Offline. Flying Soz out there as well. Here we go. We are ramping up then. A lot of rubber offline. That is where you don't want to be. That gets in your brakes. That you can easily snatch a brake. Nice leads from Deneen. No errors, of course. He'll be on low fuel as well right now. Building up. Here we go. The final 2 minutes and 40 seconds at the Sochi Autodrome of what has been a really good entertaining qualifying session so far. Oh, and it looks like Slim has caught the back of Deneen, and in fact Slim's going to overtake Deneen. Deneen crawling, trying to save every bit of grip out his tyres. So on board is Slimbo then, who with car number 2, with the first man to cross the line for what will be probably his only run. Track Evolution has been big round here. Has he gone too early? Did Deneen? No, so Deneen is going on a long way in the background. Deneen, and there's Deneen popping in the background. But all eyes on Slimbo here. Look in your top right hand corner for his sector times. Let's see what they are. Nearly everybody out on track now. It's TG and BP and Lucas leaving it to the very end. Slimbo, IRC Super League Season 3 champion. It seems a lifetime ago now. As it's just changed to outlap. Oh, well, that's not helpful. Has Slim backed off? Why has it changed to outlap then? But it's still going quickly to me. That does not help us at all, and we need times. Okay, what about Deneen? Deneen's slightly up at his time. Just ever so slightly, and any improvement would be huge. Everybody now out on track. Some drivers are out on their original set of softs, so they will not experience the the extra grip. So Slim will be coming to finish his run now. He's still on the gas, so this is the final sector for Slimbo. Outlap does not help us. This is not being an outlap. Or is he choosing to go again? Are we going to get a time from Slim? This is not helpful. Sorry, Slim, we've got no time at the moment. Oh, close to invalidate the lap there. He's going round now. Over the line. And he improved up to second and just off pole position by less than a tenth of a second. Can Deneen improve? Oh, he does by 0.3 of a second. What a lap there from Deneen. Who can reply? What about Stam in the Renault? Hasn't done a lap yet. He is in the DRS zone at the middle of a track at the moment. We'll keep an eye on his times, but Slim at the moment is showing the front row of Deneen. What a time from Deneen, a 31.4. Slim did find 0.8 of a second then. He did have the time. Everybody out there, it's about to get frantic. 13 seconds left to qualifying. Is Slim going round again? Hasn't he got the urge to do another lap? Lucas is out. He's done. Oh, what a shame for the Greek driver Lucas, who's shaping up to be a great qualifying for him. What about Stam? Car 95 crosses the line and goes second. 2 tenths off pole position. Now to BP, the Dutchman. Trying to keep an eye on those times as Stam is done. Everybody else still up there. Anyone else nearer the line? What about Crazy Power? He's not very near. JR. Oh, JR slowed right down, so he's done. So JR is done. He will not improve on 4th place. He can only go backwards. So everybody else is pretty much backed up, aren't they? Where is everybody? So Slim is going on, although he's miles and miles adrift. JR, of course, is out. Stam, Deneen, done. Slimbo, done. JR is done. Crazy Power then. What can Crazy Power do? The Italian goes provisional pole at 31.2. That's what he can do. Who's next? Flying Sauce, it's going to be STG is next. Can he get himself up there? No, he can't. He can't do it. What about BP? Lennon and Flying Sauce are at the BP. Only improves to 6th. What about Flying Sauce? He goes up into 3rd place. At the moment, Crazy Power is on the verge of a pole position. Where is Lennon? Crosses the line. And it's in... Where did he go? Where did he go? 4th place for Lennon. Great qualifying session, but it's Crazy Power, the Italian. 5th in the championship. Pole position. Wow, did not see that coming. And I do believe that could be his first ever pole position. Again, I need Sean. I need you, Sean, with your stats. But what a lap from Crazy Power. Fantastic qualifying session. Are You Racing says great qualifying. Yeah, that was a fantastic qualifying. 5 Greeks made it, and they're all staggered. Great lap from Flying Sauce. He could be a contender. Who's going to win this race is absolutely... They're all going to start on soft tyres as well. For the first time I could ever remember in the Elite. Everybody, the top 10 will start on the softs. Woo! Take a breather. Let's take a breath before the start of the race. That was a fantastic qualifying. What has the race got in store? What's the weather going to be like? I'm sort of hoping for a dry race. If we've got a dry race, then this race could be insanely close. Insanely close. Guys, YouTube, what are you saying? Who are you tipping for a win? Harry says slipstream into turn 1 will be massive. Yeah, the guys starting in 3rd and 4th and 5th may get a huge slipstream in tow off the guys in front of him. That could be absolutely massive. And Harry predicts someone from row 2 will lead into turn 1. That would be quite something. Deneen will not want that one bit. Formation lap first, guys, of course. Picking a winner, this incredible season that it's been already. Don't forget, championship leader Vanquish will start as it's a formation lap, so Crazy Power lead him off. And do you know what? Flying Soz and Lennon and Stam could be in the pound seats. They're going to get a massive tow. A huge tow. So let's quickly sort these out. Tyre-wise, guys, let's see who's doing what. So look at that, yeah, top 10 softs. Andy's gone for the mediums. Jacob on the hards. Vanquish, Dan Murphy, Maxi. Jamie's gone softs, wow. Third in the championship, Jamie has gone for soft tyres. That's going to be interesting to watch. We'll keep an eye on Jamie coming through. So, Crazy Power leads them round. He is 5th in the championship. What a chance for him to take 4th place. Dineen, 2nd in the championship, just 5 points off Vanquish. 2nd place. Flying Soz, who has hit a bit of trouble of late. He has not been going as well as he'd hoped. 8th in the championship, 3rd today. Lennon, 4th place. Can he keep out of trouble and finish in the points? He's not got many. 4 points for him. Stam yet to score in the IRC Elite. Slimbo, 6th place. He's had some rotten luck. 12th in the championship, 51 points. JR, he's won a couple of races, don't forget. 9th in the championship, 57 points. BP, who's on a massive surge of point scorers at the moment. He currently is 13th, also on 51 points. It's TG, the reserve driver, the Greek driver. 9th, just 19th in the championship, 4 points. Lucas, who's had a very hit and miss season so far. 10th in the championship, also in that massive gaggle of cars in the midfield on 55 points. 2-time champion Co Andy is 11th, starting the mediums. Co Andy for 12 points, 17th place in the championship. Jacob is 6th in the championship. A big result for him today. Could see him jumping into 4th place as well. Vanquish, championship leader by 5 points, is 13th. Dan Murphy, who's had a great start to his elite career from the Super League, is in 14th. Here, hopefully higher. Maxi in 15th. Jamie, 3rd place in the championship, 6 points off the championship leader, 16th. Rocco Tony and T Sammy are at the back. But Crazy Power will lead them off as the cars return to the grid. This is going to be a frantic dash. It's going to be a frantic first lap. Are You Racing says his guess is Dineen to win the race. Hopefully the camera angle will give us a bit better. Formation lap is done. Another calm before the storm. Come on, give us a better camera angle than that. Okay. Oh, yellow flags in sector 3. That's not boding well, but that's the camera angle I want. Here we go then. The lights are out and it's go. Can anyone get the jump from the back? Crazy Power's made a good start. Look at the Red Bull. Look at Lennon flying to 2nd place. Flying Soz, where's Dineen gone? Dineen's gone 4th as they all gaggle, all down. T Sammy taking it easy at the back, but in the free in the lead. Bit of contact, Lennon leads. Flying Soz is 2nd. Flying Soz leads. Harry was spot on. The guy's got a massive toe, and the front row runners are 4th and 5th. Are they all going to get through? It's Flying Soz from Lennon, from Stam. Lucas up into 4th place. What a start by Lucas. Crazy Power on pole is down to 5th, Dineen down to 6th. Slim. And a position change at the back, as you can see. Vanquish 13th. Jamie, where's Jamie? Jamie's 11th. What a start. What a start by Jamie. Here he is in the Mercedes. 3rd in the championship. He started 17th. He's up to 11th. What a fantastic start by Jamie. But what an insane start. Flying Soz, who's never won a race in the IRC Elite, leads from Lennon, who's Stan. Lucas, where are the position changes? Look at that, up 2, up 6, down 4, down 1. BP and It's TG maintained. JR down 3, Jamie up 5, Vanquish up 1. As a bit of action, everything Crazy Power and Dineen. Looks like he's trying to get past Jamie. Crazy Power, but does. So, Lennon led into the turn 1. I think he overcooked it. That was an absolutely insane start. And of course, all the front 11 are on soft tyres. As Stam looking racy behind Lennon. What a start for Lennon. Is this the race? He finally breaks up. Flying Soz, fastest lap, no surprise there. But look at the grid. I can't wait for this shot because they're all nose to tail. Oh, and Maxi pits. I noticed that T Sammy, who's 17th, kept it easy. Is this the first lap ever they've all made it through unscathed? I'm pretty sure it is, and that would be something. Where's Jacob? Jacob on the hard tyres down in 14th place. And he moves into turn 1, doesn't look like it. Crazy Power down to 6th on pole position. Now finds himself in 6th place as Jacob already has a 3-second penalty. Slimbo right behind Crazy Power, but look how close this is. Flying Soz from Lennon, from Stam, from Lucas Dineen, Crazy Power, Slim, BP is TG, JR, Jamie, they are all nose to tail. Then a slight gap down to Vanquish, who's on the medium tyres. His race will come in later on. It's 2 races at the moment. All the guys on the soft tyres and the guys in the medium tyres and harder. Because Jacob there on the harder tyres, but he's got a penalty already. And then look back at the front. Flying Sauce 1 second ahead out of the DRS zone from Steffo. What a shot this is. And look, Stam looking racy behind the Englishman here. Lennon's going to have to watch his mirrors. Anyone trying to move? No DRS. That'll be activated next lap. Deneen is sort of regrouped and back up to 5th place. But the championship leader is 12th. 3rd in the championship, Jamie's 11th. And Deneen, 2nd in the championship, is only 5th. Quite a look at this. All the soft runners. It's TG still in the points there. Holding on JR and Jamie. Flying Sauce back down to less than a second. Now DRS will be activated. Flying Sauce fastest lap. I expect it to be broken because yeah, there goes Stam. Fastest lap, 6.6. So Flying Sauce leads them round for lap 3. DRS is now enabled, as you can see. Lennon, Stam, Lucas, Deneen. They've all got DRS. Oh, who was that? The Mercedes did back running wide. It was JR. JR passing. It's TG. Will Jamie have a go as well? He doesn't have a go, but yeah, JR up to 9th place. Greekman on his fellow Greek counterpart there. Dude, this is a very much race of 2. It's splitting. I mean, I've not seen this before in Elite League racing, or even the Super League, where this race is just, it's cut in half. And Flying Sauce currently leads. Now, he led in Hungary. I'm pretty sure he led in Hungary. Can we have a new winner? It's incredibly close. He needs to get a DRS, and I think, in fact, did he break the DRS? He has, because look, Lennon hasn't got it, and he could be in trouble now from Stam. Stam does have DRS on Lennon. He could be a sitting duck here. Stam is closing in. Will he have a dive down the inside? No. Thinks better of it. Wait for the start-finish straight. Lucas under some extreme pressure from Deneen, as well as Jacob and Vanquish are going side by side. Where are they? There they are! Into the tight chicane. Co-Andy's passed them both. So Vanquish has hit a bit of trouble. And there is Dan Murphy trying to move on Jacob. Jacob running slightly. He's struggling with his hard tyres, isn't he? And will Dan Murphy have a move down the inside for 14th place? Yes, he does. Those hard tyres are not sticking. JR fastest lap. Here we go again down the start finish straight. Any more moves? Will Stam line up a move on Lennon? He's getting closer and closer. Lennon goes defensive on the inside. Stam around the outside. Oh, where are they? Can they avoid contact? Thankfully, yes, they can. And everybody else stays in formation. Crazy Powder right behind the back of Deneen again. He started on pole position. Another penalty for Jacob. So rash. Jacob is so quick, but just too rash sometimes. Look at this gag of the cars for 2nd place. Lennon, who is now cannot get close to the DRS of Flying Sauce, now has a massive train behind him. There's BP in 8th. And I think JR just behind in 9th. TG is starting to get dropped, and Jamie will be desperate to pass it. It's TG. As it stands, our championship contenders are 5th, 13th, and 11th. I did not expect, this has been a crazy season, but I did not expect this. Another crazy race. Will Stam think about a move? Lucas with a bit of pressure there from Deneen as well. Jamie's got past TG. Still nothing doing, and Maxi picks up a penalty as well. Maxi, who pitted on lap 1. Unbelievable. Everyone's got through the first 4 laps unscathed. Oh, Red Bull getting well out of shape there. Was that Lucas on Stam? Look at Lucas at the back of Stam. All of a sudden under pressure, and right behind the back of the Renault. They have been all well behaved so far. I hope I haven't jinxed it. But dare I say, this is supreme racing so far. Here we go again. Lap 5, start finish straight. Lennon seems to have a bit more of a bigger gap between himself and Stam. Now Lucas under pressure from Deneen. Will Deneen have a go? Will the Irishman think about moving the Greekman? No, they're all just biding their time. This is sensible racing. Lucas picks up a penalty. I think there'll be a few more of those in this race. BP just watching at the back there. JR as well. And now Jamie has been released from XTG on board with the Greek driver, 11th now. And has the second race, if you like, behind him of Andy. Oh, he hit the wall. Oh, no, what a shame. And TG has just demolished his car. He's torpedoed. He seemed to clip the wall, lose his front wing, and then seemed to have his foot stuck on the accelerator, and is out. In the meantime, Strimo's picked up a penalty. So it's TG is out. Our first retirement. He's a long way off the racing line. I don't think the safety car will be needed, but it's TG has I think Rage left the session. Flying Soz leads by... Oh, sorry, Stam has passed Lennon. So Flying Soz leads by 1.7 seconds ahead of Lennon. So Lennon has lost that place. While we were watching Torpedo TG slam and somersault himself into the barrier, Stam has got past Lennon, but Lennon will now have the DRS down the start finishing straight. Lucas needs that DRS in front of him, or he's going to be a sitting duck, because Deneen is getting closer behind. Here we go, lap 6. Flying Soz has a nice little cushion. Stam has a nice little cushion now as well. Lennon can't get close enough, can he? And the problem is, all these guys behind all have DRS. It's not making much difference. Crazy Power just giving Deneen something to think about there in 6th place. In fact, JR and Jamie have both cut the back of this. We have first to second. What's the leader time? First to second, well, first to 10th, separated by 6 seconds. And it's unusual by lap 6. We threw the leader counter up, but here we are. And can Stam, we've got a Greek one too. We haven't ever had that either, but can Stam close up on the back of his Greek counterpart, Flying Soz? Lennon just trying to hold off. He will want to get back at 2nd place. The 2 Mercedes of JR and Jamie just now starting to creep up behind them. When they're going to pit for their first stops as well. Because Andy, Vanquish, Jacob, they're only 12 seconds off the lead. Dan Murphy as well. The whole field is separated by 22 seconds. And that includes the guys on the harder compounded tyres we're going to be in for an extraordinary race. Oh, Lennon running slightly wide. That's going to compromise his exit. That will give Lucas... Oh, but Lucas made a mistake on the exit. Stam is getting away. And now Lennon has a massive train behind him. It's Flying Soz 1.6 seconds ahead. Oh, Lucas gets too wild on the exit. And then look at Deneen. Deneen now on the inside. They'll both have the DRS, but Deneen seems to have the move down already. Lucas around the outside. They don't want to make contact. Has he done it? Well, he has. Oh, but a contact between himself and Lucas retakes the position. Crazy Power jumps the chicane. And in fact, Crazy Power has jumped past Deneen and can Slim fall behind. Oh, this could get messy. Deneen on the inside. Deneen holds on. Crazy Power pushed to the outside. Slimbo just waiting for a mistake. Penalties now starting to kick in. Here comes Crazy Power. So Lucas is the man that's benefited. And Deneen, who was trying to make a move for 3rd place, now finds himself down to 6th. And the 2 Renaults getting tasty there. Jamie will want to start making his way up the field as well. Championship leader 12th. 2nd in the championship is 6th. 3rd in the championship is 10th. Dan Murphy picks up penalty. I think everybody is picking up penalties. But by the way, also the guys on the harder tyres, the likes of Andy and Vanquish, are now starting to catch the leaders. Stam's now within a second of the lead. We don't want fastest lap. I want intervals. Because, yes, Stam is now within the DRS. And again, Lennon makes a mistake into the off-camber chicane. And it puts Lucas. Can Lucas make it an all-Greek podium? Quite incredible. Lennon seems to be struggling. He's 2 seconds back, and Lucas has a massive chance here. Lucas scored a podium back in Belgium all that time ago. Has Lennon got the straight line speed even with no DRS? Lucas now, here he comes. Toro Rosso is getting bigger in Lennon's mirrors. Will he ever move down the inside? But BP just giving Slimbo something to think about. What an insanely close battle, and they're all keeping it clean. And Co-Andy is catching a lot of it, and Jacob's back up behind Vanquish as well. We'll keep an eye on that battle. There's so much going on, so much action. We just don't know where to look next at the moment. Flying Soz leads by a second from Stam. Lennon picks up a penalty in this battle with Lucas, and look, there's Crazy Power. Crazy Power started in pole position. Deneen started second. They were both completely mugged off the line and down into turn 1. Has Lennon got damage? He just seems to be dropping further adrift. I can't see. Crazy Power. No, he hasn't. No damage as Jacob will be close to being disqualified. picking up plenty of penalties there in the background as Salva Slim made a mistake on the exit. That's going to put him under pressure from BP. Can BP have it go into the inside? You've got to have a ball to make it move down here. Is he going to think about it? No, he tucks in. Thinks better of it this time by. Insanely good racing. This is what you expect from the elite drivers. Absolutely fantastic. What a show they are putting on. Flying Sauce is again just staying out of DRS from Stam. He's safe. Or is he? Stam's closed right in there, but I don't think he's in DRS. But Lennon again is under attack from Lucas and from Crazy Power and from Deneen, Slimbo, BP and Jamie pits. So Jamie wants the undercut. I don't think he'll come out in traffic. Ooh, no moves there. But yeah, the pack is so close. I don't think Jamie will come out in too much traffic. Where is Jamie? Here comes Jamie now. T. Sammy's gone through. Rocker Tony, I don't think will go through. And Jacob through on Vanquish. Jacob is through on Vanquish in the championship here. So yeah, Jamie's come out into clear air. So he can possibly get that undercut working. Can he jump positions? Is this a masterstroke from Jamie, and will that get him to the end? Championship leader Vanquish at the moment in 12th place, so I'd stay with that battle, but there's so much going on. Look at this, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, all in the same picture, and Co-Andy's starting to catch them all. If I was Lennon, I would think about pitting right now and following Jamie's move. Jamie is in a nice clear track. He's got the undercut all to himself right now. And look at the train, the Lennon train. Lennon will be happy to have gone 9 laps at the moment. In the meantime, and there are the front two. There's Flying Soz, there is Stam, and they are getting closer as well. Will they be interested? Are they going to think about pitting this lap? Will Lennon pit? No, they all think, there goes Deneen, and there goes Slim. So they're jumping the gun as well. 8 laps, it seems early, and Jayor follows behind. And now look! Look, it plays into the hands too. There's Co-Andy, and there's that gaggle of cars. This is playing beautifully into Andy's hands right now. Now, Lucas, can he have a move on the... Oh, thinking about moving on Lennon, but foot better off it. And Crazy Power just looking interested. BP's got a nice bit of clear track. Where will Jamie be in terms of the guys pitting? And we'll come back to it, because look at it through into 3rd place. It's a Greek 1-2-3. Oh, he's binned it! Lennon's binned it! That could be a safety car. Oh, virtual safety car, and Lucas gets a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Lennon. They've come together. Oh my word! Virtual safety car is out. Oh, what a shame that Lennon's race has ended that way. Lucas got a 5-second penalty. Oh, I'd like to see that again. And what's going on here? So Deneen is ahead of Rocker Tony, who hasn't stopped. Jamie has jumped. Slimbo on Jayor, as the virtual safety car is still out. So Rocker Tony is the cork in the bottle here. Deneen will be happy, although he's right behind the back. No, he's got clear track, so T. Sammy is 10th. Wow, this is playing into... This is playing into the guys in the harder compound tyres. Now, will the safety car stay up for these guys to pit? This could be a free pit stop here. Oh, Maxi, another penalty, but it's a free pit stop. Yellow flag is out still, and it's a... Lennon's left the session, so yellow flags are in, so no, not quite a free pit stop. So Crazy Power goes on with a clear track. Flying Soz pits, Stam pits, Lucas pits. Andy is going to find himself in 2nd place now. Where will they come out compared to Deneen and to the other cars? Jacob up to 3rd place. Vanquish now up to 4th place. Dan Murphy 5th. T. Sammy. Flying Soz. Where's he going to re-emerge? Rocker Tony's left the session. That's never good. Oh, well, the virtual safety car did work in their favour. Massively works in their favour, because look at the lead they have. They are the outright 1 and 2 as Stam cuts turn 1. So Deneen now 3rd. Yeah, look, big undercut, because Deneen, Slim, Jamie have all jumped. BP and Lucas taking across the track. And that is Jorf, as Jorf passing Jamie. So the two Mercedes there. Wow, cool this one. Who's going to win this race, guys? It looks like Flying Soz and Stam are now 5 seconds ahead of Deneen. So Deneen has recovered some ground here. Crazy Power out there on his own. But now this is where Andy, Jacob, Vanquish and Dan Murphy need to really put their foot down, because these guys are going to start catching them soon. But have these medium tyre drivers got to stop again? Has this just thrown it? Is this going to be a one stop or a two stop? Have they got to stop again? If so, is this playing into the hands of Andy, Jacob, Vanquish and Dan Murphy? And T. Sammy also quietly going about his business there in 6th place. There is Flying Soz, 3 seconds adrift to Stam. Crazy Power pits. Andy leads the race. Harry says it reminds him of an F2 race with the alternate strategy thing. Yeah, it's absolutely playing out beautifully, the alternate strategy. You just don't know. Now, Flying Soz and Stam go in front, but where's Crazy Power going to come out? Is he going to lose out to Deneen? Oh, I think he is, you know. There goes Deneen. Crazy Power back up to full speed, though. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be very close, because they're going to Slimmo as well. Where will Crazy Power merge? Just behind Slimmo to 10th place. JR and Jamie out the points. Wow. Third in the championship, Jamie, just 6 points behind Vanquish, is out the points. Vanquish, by the way, our championship leader, is up into 3rd place. Slimmo gets another penalty. I've completely lost track of penalties. So now it was a Lennon train. It's now a Deneen train. Slim's found some space. Oh, and that was Lucas running horribly. Lucas was in 3rd place when these pit stops happened. Lucas has been by far the biggest loser here after all these pit stops. The undercut has worked beautifully. I'm just going to try and find out what happened to Lennon, if anything's in the chat, because let's just say Jacob's lagging hard. I'll keep an eye on Jacob. Lennon's not happy, and I wonder with that contact. Of course, he had contact with Lucas. I wonder if they changed Lucas's front wing, which is why he now finds himself all the way at the back of this big train. But let's have a little bit of attention to Co-Andy. Co-Andy, 2 times IRC Super League champion, season 1 and 2, is leading this race. I'll tell you what, I almost think the position changes, because this is where are we? Position changes, stops 1. As you can see, the front 5 have not stopped yet, Jacob. But look, up 10, Co-Andy. And there is Jacob. Reports of him lagging. So let's have a look. Jacob, in fact, not too far behind Andy. Vanquish championship leader in 3rd. The front 3 are fairly settled there. As Yor gets past Crazy Power. So Yor's now past Crazy Power. There is Crazy Power on the inside. Now on the outside as Yor takes to the inside. Can he make the move stick? Jamie is keeping a watching eye, hoping for a mistake. Flying Soz picks up a penalty. That's important for the lead, by the way. Flying Soz, who's right behind the back of T. Samarales. So now Flying Soz has hit traffic. So much going on. That's your current tyres as it stands. So Flying Soz now being stuck behind T. Sammy, also catching Dan Murphy. In fact, T. Sammy looks like he's just getting out of the way, is he? Yes, he did, and Flying Soz goes through. Good driving there from T. Sammy. Doesn't want to be involved in anything like this. What about the Deneen train? Deneen, Slim, JR, Crazy Power, Jamie. Jamie's back a little bit back now. He's got BP. BP's also lost out. BP pitted slightly later. He's lost out as well in this train. But where will it all unfold? Will they go to the end? 13 laps so far. So it looks like the medium runners will go to the end. But, and a big but, the likes of Andy, Jacob and Vanquish will all have the soft tyres to the end of the race. And they will absolutely rapidly catch the front runners. We could have an absolutely thrilling climax to this race. There is Slim, 9th place, closing on the back of Deneen. Deneen is not safe there in 8th place at all. JR, Crazy Power, Jamie, BP, Lucas, oh what a shame, got to 3rd place. Had that Lucas had a 5-second stop go, that's why he's so far back. Lucas had a 5-second stop go with a collision with Lennon. That's why he's for Maxi's still in the race. And so is Rocketoni's left. Who's going to have this one, folks? So Stam has also passed Dineen. So flying, but by the way, Stam, I have not seen Stam pick a penalty. By the way, neither Flying Sods or Stam have won in the IRC yet. Stam doesn't even have any points yet, so what a way to score your first points in. Now, will Dan Murphy be a bit more generous to Flying Sods as T Sammy was? I don't think he is, you know. I don't think Dan Murphy will let his guys go easily. He's going to be on the soft tyres soon, and he could be involved in a battle for the points. He does not want to be losing time and gifting positions away. So a bit of a test here. Flying Sods will have the DRS on Dan Murphy. Stam just 1.2 seconds back. I will quickly cut. Stam does the fastest lap of the race. There's some intent right there. Flying Sods has the DRS wide open, catching Dan Murphy. JO now the fastest man out there. The Greek drivers are showing amongst themselves, and Flying Sods, will he have a go on the inside? He does, but does not get through, and that will compromise him. Vanquish picks up a penalty. Flying Sods getting very impatient, trying to get through. Lucas has got past BP for 13th, but the outright race leader, currently 5th, is struggling, and Stam is catching. There's T Sammy. Dineen, no sign of Dineen. He's in an intense battle of his own. And look at Stam, he is absolutely reeling it. This Flying Sods getting badly held up here by Dan Murphy. Dan Murphy won't care one bit. He's got his own race to run. He'll be put on the soft tyres soon. I bet they cannot wait for those soft tyres. Oh, Stam is now, right. He'll be in the DRS zone as well. So will Flying Sods, I've said before, it takes a bit of guts to have a run on the inside. Dan Murphy covering the inside, making Flying Sods go on the outside here. Dan Murphy is not giving this place up at all, but Flying Sods goes round the outside and takes away 4th position. Flying Sods had to get gutsy. He wants to win his first IRC Elite race, and he had to get gutsy there. Dan Murphy fairly covered the inside. Flying Sods said, on the outside then. And in fact, I think Dan Murphy's been the first to put the soft tyres on. Looked like he was pitting, and it is, so it's a free pass for Stam. Murphy pits then. And watch him fly. So is Stam within DRS of Flying Sods? Will he have a move? Oh, come on. Let's get to the camera. No, he hasn't. Right, let's go back to the massive train, which is Dineen, followed by Slim. They're all catching. That's T Sammy Morales in 6th place. They're all catching. Who hasn't stopped yet? Looks like Lucas is shaping up BP in the background, or is BP trying to move on Lucas? Can't get it done. Oh, there's penalty. Oh, and now BP down the inside. Lucas made a mistake. Oh, Lucas, who looks so good in the early stages of qualifying, it's all unravelling for him now. And oh, he's having to move back. He's having to move back there on BP. They're still side by side. This is only for 12th and 13th place, but it's just as intense. And Lucas retakes the position, and BP back on the inside and retakes it again. Great stuff here for the Dutchman and the Greekman. Such close racing everywhere you look. In the meantime as well, T Sammy has now got his Williams teammate right behind him. Will T Sammy let Dineen go? Flying Sods and Stam still separated by just half a second. DRS zone again, here we go. Yes! Through goes Dineen. No, he doesn't! Dineen does not get through past his Williams teammate, and the Williams boys are now nose to tail. This is really costing Dineen. Lucas again has got past BP. And Andy pits. So Andy now pits to the soft, and Vanquish. Where will Dan Murphy feature in all that then? As Dineen now gets past, as T Sammy now pits. Can Dan Murphy get a jump on those guys ahead of him? We'll keep an eye on that. But Stam has dropped back from Flying Sods, so Dineen has no DRS, so it's Slimbo now catching in 5th place. JL6, Crazy Power 7, Crazy Power's on pole position, and yet again, side by side, is Lucas and BP. BP has the inside. And it looks like, oh, he's missed the chicane again. He'll cut back out and cuts ahead of Lucas. Dan Murphy has jumped or stayed ahead of T Sammy. And in fact is right behind the back of Vanquish, so he nearly got the undercut. Andy remains ahead of them. Andy is just 4 seconds behind Lucas. I expect him to feature very soon this race now. Slimbo looking racy behind and in. Can he get through? Jacob leads by 7.8 seconds yet to stop. I think it's only been a one-stop race, but it's been an absolutely fascinating one-stop race. I fully expect Andy Vanquish and Dan Murphy as Maxi's put it in the wall in Sector 1. I don't know where that's happened, but Maxi, who pitted on lap 1, is out. I tell you what, that threw a safety car out, we'd have an absolutely incredible finish this race. I don't think it is. As J.R. Yellow flag still out. Are they going to throw a safety car? That would absolutely play into the hands of Andy and Vanquish. No, they're not. The other flags are staying out. What a battle. This will be for the final podium place, by the way, as it's shaping up. But Andy is already closing down the back of Lucas. Andy could catch this gaggle of cars. Andy could actually be fighting this gaggle of cars very shortly if his soft tyres hold out. We've got 9 laps to go, guys. Jacob leads yet to stop. Now will Slim have a go at Deneen this time? He is so close to the back of him. Doesn't want to do it here. I can see BP and Lucas getting lively again. And here they go again. And this time Lucas gets through, cuts the chicane. I don't think the two of them care right now. They're holding each other up though, and they're rapidly being caught by Andy. I'm expecting fastest laps from those soft tyre boys very shortly. Dan Murphy right behind the back of the championship leader Vanquish as well. As it stands, Vanquish, the championship leader, on the verge of scoring no points. Jamie, they're the championship 8th, and Deneen is a net 3rd place. There's crazy power kicking up the dust there. So much going on, but no one daring. Oh, look at Deneen's Urs. What's Slim got? Slim's got a lot more Urs than Deneen. Will he use it here? No, Slim will not have a go here. Keeps his Urs down. Deneen's doing the same. No, crazy power. And J.R. right behind as well. Oh, this is fantastic. I can't help feel for poor Len, who would have been right in the thick of this as well. Jacob pits. He will, in fact, he will lose out completely. He could well be behind T. Sammy is BP. Oh, there's debris in the background. Was that debris in the background? Looking at the penalty, I saw a bit of debris flying. I don't know who that was from. Here we go again. Slimbo right behind the back. Will he turn his Urs up? Because Deneen is out of Urs. And in fact, he's running out of fuel. Deneen's in a bit of trouble. Will Slim know this? Now look at this. Oh, in fact, it's Yor who's going to have a go at Slim. Just tucked inside. They're building. You can't help but feel it's one move. You've got to make it count. Lucas, another penalty with BP. And there is Andy. Oh, I said he's going to be coming flying through, and there he is. I think he's going to make pretty short work of BP and Lucas. So here comes Co-Andy. He's got 8 laps to get as high as he can. Was it Jamie? Has Jamie got damage? Jamie's back right off. Has Jamie got front wing damage? And yes, he's lost an end plate. Jamie's lost an end plate. Oh, this is just... You cannot write this script. Vanquish champion leader at the points. Jamie, 3rd in the championship, is down in 7th with a damaged front wing compromising him, and Deneen, 2nd in the championship, is currently fed but under huge pressure from Slim, and Deneen going defensive here. Slim getting close, don't damage your front wing, Slim. J.R. and Crazy Power right behind. And look at that, look at this. Jamie 7th, Lucas 8th. Oh, don't make contact. Jamie's got no downforce at all. Surely he's going to pit. He can't carry on like this, surely. And Jamie is pitting. And it's so close. Jamie is not going to score. It's a massive, massive dent to his championship campaign. Right, who we got? Where's Andy? There's Andy on the soft tread. They've all got DRS. Lucas is under threat from BP. Lucas covering the inside line. BP having a field on the outside. Are they going to make contact again? BP again cuts the chicane. Andy's got to be careful here. Andy's down the inside. He's got BP. Now switches. Can BP cover Andy off? He has... Oh, where are they gone? Where's Andy? Andy gets a 3-second penalty. Oh, this is incredible. Andy knows if he can get past these two, he's got every chance of a podium. And there's Jacob. Although Jacob's got so many penalties, forget Jacob as a legit contender here. Vanquish championship leaders. So the two championship contenders of Vanquish and Jamie are outside the points. And Flying Sauce has lost the lead from Stam. Stam leads. Stam has taken the lead of the Russian Grand Prix. So much going on. Flying Sauce will have DRS back. Oh, and Flying Sauce was 7 laps away from his first win. Instead, it could be going to Stam for his first win. And Andy. Oh, this is just completely nuts. Lucas is holding every... Where's Andy? Where's Andy? Oh, he's got front wing damage. He's out. I don't believe it. Andy is out the race. Front wing damage. I think he's come in contact with BP and Lucas, who have just been fighting tooth and nail, and Andy, who missed the pits, has given up the ghost. He is out, and it gives Vanquish a point. Can Lucas get involved with that battle now? Oh my word, what a shame for Andy. What an absolute shame. That's potentially ruined a fantastic drive through the field for Andy. That is a real shame. I'm absolutely gutted. I'm gutted for Andy. If he'd got past BP and Lucas has already been in the walls with Lennon. As BP got damaged, they've got damage. I've got a feeling Andy's hit the back of either Lucas or BP, but look at now. Jacob right behind these two. Vanquish just seems to have no pace. He's 10th. Jamie 13th. Deneen could be on the verge of leaving Russia with the championship lead for the first time this season. Can now BP get past Lucas again? Jacob wants some of this as well. Oh, not going free abreast, are they? Oh, they are! Jacob! Oh, Jacob's hit BP! Jacob, has he hit the wall? Has he got damage? But that just seemed a bit reckless there from Jacob. He has got past them both. But it seemed to me as he went in way too hot, did Jacob, and tapped, well, he certainly tapped BP. Did BP get damage? That looked really rash from Jacob. I'll have to see that one back. In the meantime, Deneen is still holding on to 3rd place from Slim. This battle's getting smaller and smaller. This was a 10-car battle at one stage. And slowly but surely they take each other out. And now, well, Jacob, could he get involved in this? Penalty for Jamie. His night's going from bad to worse. Deneen is going to have a lovely championship lead leaving here as it stands, but he could well lose 4 places. Started in 2nd place to Deneen. Fastest lap for Jamie, there's no surprise, but he's out the top 10. He will not get a point for that. It'll be a crazy power. Started on pole position. Lucas and BP are at it again. Jacob's gone. Jacob is quickly catching the back of this lot as well. He's got so many penalties though, he will not interfere. But Vanquish is catching the back of Lucas and BP very quickly. Dan Murphy 3 seconds adrift of him. Can Dan Murphy possibly get a point? 5 laps to go. Stam is 5 laps away from winning his first ever IRC Elite League race. Flying Sauce just doesn't seem to have an answer for him right now. BP again gets past Lucas. These two, how are they fighting side by side with no damage? BP just forcing Lucas a little bit wide. This is for 8th and 9th, and Vanquish is catching him, and there is Vanquish, the championship leader. He needs every single point that he can get. He's going to lose the championship lead to Deneen as it stands. He needs points, especially on a weekend where it's just not gone for him. Jacob will have a big penalty reduction. Here we go again. Down we go. Slim. I tell you what, it's Slim saving his moment for one big move, because he's used a lot of hers as well. And Jacob's been disqualified. Well, oh, he's been rash. He's cut the curbs. Jacob is out. That puts Dan Murphy into a points paying position. It puts Vanquish into 9th place. Importantly for Vanquish, he could salvage a 7th place. Could. It's Slim. Has Slim got the straight line speed? DRS. Deneen has such straight line speed. The DRS seems ill-effective. Are Yaw and Crazy Power and Slim just saving it for when the move for when it counts? Stam leads by 1.8 seconds from Deneen, Slim, Yor, Crazy Power, BP, Lucas, who've been swapping positions every lap. Oh, and look at this now! Now then, that's a move on Slim by Yor, and Yor's made the break! He's up into 4th place, and Deneen's made a break. Can Yor pick up 3rd here? He's gone for it down there, he's not overtaking place, it'll compromise his exit, Slim may get him back on the inside. Oh, where's Deneen got a problem? They're all queuing up behind the Williams now. Slim was not expecting that move from Yor, and Slim, who maybe was a little bit too conservative behind Deneen, has now found himself losing a place. Will he have a go back? Deneen may lose a place here to Yor. Yor sticking down the inside, commits, now going defensive from Slim. Slim trying, picks up a penalty. That's not going to help his cause. Deneen by the slim of his teeth as Lucas and BP continue to exchange blows. Vanquish now just 2.7 seconds behind. How have these two got no damage? In the meantime, the battle for 3rd continues with Deneen. Somehow this man, the Irish driver, is just holding off Yor. Yor is 1 place away from making it an all-Greek podium for the first time ever in Elite League. Crazy Power picks up a penalty. Penalties could play a huge part in this. As Jacob has left the session, and look, Slim! Oh, and Yor's made a mistake! He's lost a place to Slim, he's lost a place to Crazy Power, and he's not using his DRS! And Yor, who was just about to fight Deneen for 3rd place, is now back to 6th, and BP and Lucas are going at it again. Here they are, and still they exchange positions. Still no damage for either of them. Fantastic racing between the Dutchman and the Greek driver. And there is Vanquish getting ever closer. Dan Murphy just doesn't seem to be able to go with it, and Yor's got damage, he pits! And then there were 3! 2 laps to go. Luke, Yor may have just blown his chance of points. T. Sammy may get a point here. Oh, what a shame. This will feel like an age. Where's T. Sammy? Oh no, T. Sammy may not do it, you know. He may not do it. Yor may get out ahead. No, T. Sammy's done it. T. Sammy could score a point. The plucky Greekman may just pick up another point. Dan Murphy's a good 9th place now. Vanquish could be a 6th placer here. And possibly if he does get 6th, still lead the championship going into Singapore, the rerun next week, where it's going to be wet. That's the only guarantee we can tell you in Singapore. It'll be the same good position as last week, and it's going to be wet. 2 laps to go. Stam is 2 laps away. Can Deneen, who needs this podium, hold on, because Slim back in DRS is catching back up. Crazy Power's just backed off slightly now. This was a 10-car battle for the first 10 laps. They've whittled themselves down to 3. BP and Lucas have gapped a little bit, and there's Vanquish now. This is an important battle. Deneen penalty. Oh, I don't know what that does in the grand scheme of things, but Deneen now has a penalty. Stam starts at bottom of that, and Vanquish is through, and Lucas. Another position gain for Vanquish. Oh, the championship leader has somehow looked into some good haul of points here. Lucas seems to, has he got damage, Lucas? He's just dropped right off the pace. Is that an end plate damage for Lucas? What a shame. His battles with BP have now sadly cost him. It was only a matter of time. Right, Slim, you've got 2 laps to get yourself your first podium in a long time. A return to the podium for the Season 3 champion. Can he do it? Deneen. Oh, and why is T. Sammy pitting? Jamie's out. Jamie's out. And so Jamie's given it the ghost, and Yor's pitted it again, which will surely mean Tita Morales will score a point. Deneen cannot get 4th, by the way. Deneen 4th with Vanquish 7th. Well, Deneen at one stage in this race looking for a massive championship lead, but the championship contender, 3rd in the championship, Jamie, is out and will not score. It's a massive blow for Jamie. But, and remember guys, Dineen will start next week's race at the back. He did not take part last week. He will take part next week and will start at the back. Slimbo just cannot. He's in the DRS behind it. Kostov Stammer's on his final lap now. Flying Soz is not close enough. He led the majority of the race. It's going to be a Greek 1-2. That is almost certain. Now Slim's last chance. Turn up the airs. Dineen's nearly out of hers. Slim's got a bit more in hand. He's closing, but it's not close enough for the Englishman. Can Vanquish get close enough to BP? I don't think he can. The two Dutch drivers there, 6th and 7th. Lucas keeping pace there in 8th. He hasn't got damage. Dan Murphy's going to get a well-earned 9th place. And T. Sammy keeping the verge of a point. Greek drivers are going to score well here. Slim ever closer, just 4/10 of a second. 4/10, Dineen. In fact, they're both on red on fuel. Vanquish penalty. That could be costing his battle with Lucas. It's so close. They're both flashing red with fuel. The Crazy Power jumped them both. Crazy Power's got a lot more airs as well. Slim frantically trying to save his airs. This is his last chance right now. DRS open. Half a second. It's always been half a second. It's not really close enough. Will he bump a lunge down the inside? It will be very daring. He gets tucked up right behind the rear wing. But it's not close enough. It's not close enough in the meantime. He's yet to score any IRC points. But he's about to score his first point. He's about to score his first win. It's the Greekman. Stam wins in. Flying Soz wins. Flying Soz wins his first ever race. Crazy Power fourth. What a result for Flying Soz. The penalties cost Stam, and Flying Soz in the McLaren has won his first ever race. Vanquish finishes 6th. Dan Murphy finishes 7th. BP 8th. Lucas is finished 9th. Where's the checkered flag for Lucas? There's the checkered flag for Lucas. And T. Samarales scores a well-earned point, but Flying Soz wins his first ever race. It's a Greek 1-2. Dineen finished 3/10 of a second behind Stam after all the penalties. Crazy Power 4th, Slim by 5th. Championship leader Vanquish has salvaged his 6th place. Dan Murphy, persistent pays off. 7th place for Dan Murphy, 8th for BP. What a race, what a qualifying, what an incredible championship. It rolls on. Dineen, for the first time this season, leads the Elite League Championship. But a new winner in the IRC, a new winner in the Elite League. It's Flying Soz. That is fantastic. And he was down in 10th in the championship coming into this race. 10th in the championship, Flying Soz. He will probably jump Blaz into 7th. Stam gets his first points in 2nd. And Dineen will lead the championship by, I think, 1 point from Vanquish. Going into next week's Singapore, and Dineen will be starting at the back. Jamie is the biggest loser of them all in terms of the championship fight. Flying Soz, Greek 1-2 with an Irishman in 3rd. The Italian, the pole sitter, Crazy Power in 4th. Slimbo 5th, Vanquish 6th. Wow, what a salvage of points for Vanquish. That is huge. It was looking so bleak for the championship leader for the majority of the race. Dan Murphy, well done. Great points for Dan Murphy in 7th. BP and Lucas were side by side for nearly the whole race. And look, T. Samarales was not too far off. Well done, T. Sammy. Persistence pays off. He started last and he finishes 10th. Wow. We go into round 16 with, I think, just a 1 point separating. My voice has gone up to commentate on that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I can't help but feel Andy could have been involved in that. Lennon would have definitely been involved in that. So much action. so much drama as the whole championship has been so far. But Deneen, the Irishman, for the first time this season, leaves Russia with a slender, small championship lead from Vanquish. Jamie third, and I do believe fourth in the championship will now be Crazy Power, the Italian. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We will see you for round 18. Don't forget, next week it's the same grid positions as what they started last week's race in. It will be light rain for the whole race, and those who didn't race last week will start at the back next week. Guys, thank you so much. See you tomorrow for the Super League. Thank you.